welcome to the Cruising is Life podcast. Whether you're a seasoned cruiser or just starting out, we have something for everyone. So sit back, relax, and get ready to set sail with us on the Cruising is Life podcast.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Cruising is Life podcast. We have a very exciting one this week, as it is a pre-cruise or like a little preview into an upcoming cruise. But as always, as we get started, welcome back Justin and Dimitri, our two co-hosts. How's it going, guys?
Hello.
And
Say hi, Dimitri.
Yeah, you're supposed to say hi, Dimitri. I think he froze. Either that, or
He's a robot.
I think he probably lost audio or something.
Do you hear us,
like,
Dimitri?
No.
Hello.
Nope. All right. Somebody's gonna have to text him. But anyways, we've got a really exciting one this week, and Justin and I are sailing on the Carnival Glory. This is actually not our first time on this ship, but we are very excited to be sailing on board this ship.
Yes.
What is it? Your second time on it?
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
It's like your eighth time on it.
Yeah, it's my fourth time on the ship. Which is amazing, because Glory was actually one of the first ships I did like I don't know if it was inaugural season, but it was definitely inaugural year-ish, around very close to that time frame at least. But yeah, so every time I've been on the Glory, it's been kind of like a really fun, like special kind of cruise too. At least very memorable. So, I really enjoyed going on that ship, and I'm excited to go on it again.
Yeah, it's part of the Conquest class, so it's nothing too crazy, but I'm excited. We've done a lot of Royal Caribbean recently, so it's nice to switch it up. I did Glory back for New Year's 2014 going into 2015. I think that's actually one of the first cruise vlog series I did in the style, in the style I did.
Yeah.
I think I did one on the Breeze, but it was kind of bad. And then the Pearl, I only took like pictures. So the Glory was like the first real one where I actually like filmed stuff and put it all together. So it'll be nice to get back on. I'm excited. She's a nice ship.
That's awesome. Yeah, the last time I was on the Glory was before I started doing any of this. So I think it was like the cruise before I started, which is funny enough. But I think the first one I did while I had my accounts, or at least my Instagram, was actually Oasis. But I think I went on Glory right before Oasis or something like that, or it was the one beforehand. But yeah, it's really cool to kind of not only go on the Glory again, but I love the Conquest class. They're just kind of they're old now, but they're kind of like a staple of the fleet, and they're just kind of very at home feeling, because I've sailed on all three Destiny class at least once, Victory 3 times, Sunshine twice, technically Destiny once, the Triumph, not the Radiance or the Sunrise yet, but so I've been on all of those. But then very similar and everything, of course, the Conquest class I've sailed on, the Glory 3 times, I've sailed on the Valor, I've sailed on the Liberty. And we've done a tour on the Conquest, so the only box to check off there is the Carnival Freedom, which we are doing next year. I'm very familiar with those ships, and I've really come to love those ships over the years. And when I was first getting into cruising, but I think that point where it was really starting to take off, those were the ships I was consistently going on. So it's really cool to kind of get back on that style of ship.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I haven't, I've only really sailed the Glory, and I did the Destiny, which is, pretty much the same thing. And then I toured Conquest with you, and then toured Freedom. But there's something about that class. It just feels like at least in the age that we grew up in, that. At least for me, when we went on the Triumph in 2004, is kind of when I really, the most recent thing I remember. I was on the Ecstasy a few years before that, but I don't really remember it. But there's just something very classic about the way that class of ship looks. I don't know. It's just like that classic cruising, like those classic Carnival commercials that would showcase them. And I don't know. There's just something about that class. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, and I guess going back to that, I also sailed on Costa Magica, which I think is a Destiny class. It's either Destiny or Conquest. I don't know which one it is. Because the cool thing is like you can kind of tell the two apart. Is what?
I think it's a conquest.
Welcome back to the chat.
Where have you been?
Where have I been? I've been here the whole time.
We couldn't hear you. You said hello.
You haven't been saying anything. You have been silent.
Oh, you guys should have told me that you couldn't hear me.
We did.
I did. I texted you. Look at the group chat.
Oh, and then I didn't hear anything.
Oh my god!
Oh,
You guys
Jesus.
2 seconds. Are you texting?
Jesus. But yeah, the funny thing is you can tell the Destiny and the Conquest class ships apart because the Destiny have just like the big white piece, and then there's like a little like window at the top of it. But then the Conquest class, that's all open. But I think the Conquest class, or the Costa ships are a little bit different because I think Magica is a Destiny class, but it's open like the Conquest is, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But that's why I get that one confused, is because it's like a mix of both, but technically one. But yeah, so I really love that class of ship, and it's really cool to be going back on it again.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I've kind of been looking forward to this cruise for a while. So 2 days away.
I literally remember, I was working from home at the time, but like I remember literally sitting at the desk and I was just like procrastinating doing any work. I can admit that now because it was my old job and I didn't care. But I literally was not working. I was scrolling through Carnival's website, and this was around the time that they announced that Carnival Glory was coming over to Port Canaveral. So I was like, oh, like, I know Justin has mentioned like they want to go on, the Glory, like, oh, we should go on the Glory, like now that they're swapping in the new ship, because again, it's a different ship, more content, things like that. Wish we could have gotten on the Liberty before it left, at least the second time, but you win some, you lose some.
And we did technically sail on her when
we did sail on her. It was just a long time ago, but yes. But yeah, I was just sitting there and I was just scrolling through. I was like, oh, there's some pretty good deals for September. And then I kept looking. I was like, wow, spoiler alert. We have a extended aft balcony looking over the back of the ship, which is a dream cabin of mine. I've always wanted to do it, even though we've only got it for 3 days. Such a good deal. We got that, and I think we booked early enough to where those fill up really fast. So
yeah, we booked it fairly soon after they announced that she was coming over here.
Last summer, maybe at the latest.
Something like that. Yeah, I was in a Winn-Dixie when you called. Hilarious.
It's literally. This is literally how the conversation went when we booked this cruise. It was me scrolling around, just goofing off, not working, and I go, oh, cool, this is the Glory's a good price. Let me text this to Justin. Hey, we can get an extended aft balcony for $400 for a 3-night cruise. He's like, where does it go? I go, Bimini. Oh, but that's a good price. You should book it. And so I go, okay, you owe me $50 for the deposit. I already booked it.
I Venmoed him $50 while I was in a Winn-Dixie.
That conversation lasted a whole 2 minutes. And it's like, all right, here's a booking confirmation.
Yep, and here we are.
That's literally how it was. We're paying for it now, but there was a stretch of time last year where it was literally like that a couple times. And now,
it was bad.
Now we've been paying all those final payments.
We're receiving our punishment now.
Is there one in the center of the ship, or is it on the corner?
Did you see that? His screen was frozen, but I can hear him. It's like a ventriloquist.
Yeah, his screen is frozen.
He looks so angry.
But yeah, so we could have gotten the wraparounds or the extended aft balcony. It was like an extra $100 for the wraparound, which would have been really cool. But really, I mean, what? $100. Yes.
Yeah. In the long run, now that we're here.
Yeah, now that we're at this point, because we just paid the Oasis as well, we have the Venezia's payment coming up soon as well. So that's, again,
my dad asked me about that. He's like, "What's this Venmo charge? Like whatever it was, $300-$400, whatever." I'm like, "Oh, me and Brandon are going on a cruise." He goes, "Did you already pay for that?" I go, "Yeah, it's the other one." Sorry.
That's awesome. Sorry, Mitch. Hey, I'll take the blame
man.
for that one. But
My
yeah, like
camera's still frozen on the thing.
it
Yeah,
is
you
still
look
frozen.
very
Correct. He's
Okay,
focused on
well,
Virtual
you guys
Sailor.
can- Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
No. no.
But yeah, we don't have the wraparound, but we're the one right next to the wraparound, which is really cool.
This is true.
So it's a longer and bigger balcony overall, but not the really cool like one that kind of goes on the side and the back.
Got it.
Right.
What
That would have been
cool.
very cool.
Yeah.
We were on deck 7 as well. We're on the port side.
Yes.
Port side. Pretty much
Port
the
side.
furthest.
Yeah.
We're the closest one to the wraparound. We're like the one next to the wraparound, but we're on the starboard or the port side. So
Yeah, I think we share
Yeah.
a balcony wall with them.
yeah, we share the balcony wall with them.
We'll just open it. It's whatever.
Yeah, they're nice. It'd be cool.
They'll
They're
be fine with it. We're cool.
Yeah, exactly. We won't cause any problems.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, so that's the room that we're staying in, though. I'm very excited for that one. Again, that's one that I've always wanted to stay in because Carnival like has that on a lot of their ships, and they're really good. Like I've heard such good things, and everybody's like, "Oh, I got they sell out so quickly." So I'm glad we were able to get something like that.
Yes. Very unique experience. It'll be nice, especially with the sea day. That'll be nice to sit out there for a little bit.
I'm very excited to have a sea day because coming off of the Liberty and the Utopia where they didn't have sea days, I am very much looking forward to having a sea day. I have not had one since the Icon in February. So it'll be very nice to do. I mean, even with the Glory, I mean, again, there's not nearly as much to do as like an Oasis class ship, but thank God we need at least one sea day every cruise, I feel like.
I agree. It helps relax me, I really need that these days.
And
I
there's
feel
gonna be
that.
no high blast, and you can actually go on the bridge wings and watch the ship coming out.
Ah, the secret decks. I'm so excited for those.
And they have
yes.
it in front of every deck.
I love those. Those are Liberty didn't have them because she's got those weird rooms up there, but I'm excited.
She kind of did. It was just like
There was
just weird how
that
they
deck
did
up
them.
there. It just didn't go out to the bridge wing.
I think you're right. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because those suites are balconies instead of like, I guess the ones on the other ships are too, but Liberty's is different.
What they do with the Bridgewing suite, I think they're called like the Captain's Suites or something like that, or I don't remember the technical name for it. But so the glass blends in with all the suites that have just the windows. So facing forward and on the edges, it's glass, but then looking back, it's a balcony. So you get 2 in 1 almost, and it definitely blocks the wind, which is a huge plus.
Yeah.
That would be a really cool suite to try out too. I'd be out there all day, every day. I wouldn't leave. I wouldn't leave my cabin. That would be so cool. Did you know? Speaking of like Bridgewing suites, Utopia. Did you know that those suites have the infinite balcony in them?
Yes, it faces.
It's like
backward.
built in. It faces back.
Oh yeah.
I noticed that. Like I saw some people like waving from it when I was ship spotting her the other day, and I was like, oh. Those like the thing is like down like it's one of those infinite balconies, and then I saw a tour of it like maybe a day or two ago. I was like, oh my god, you're right, that is. I didn't know that. I thought it was just one of those.
With it, though, right? There's no other rooms with infinite balconies.
Oh, I think you're right. Actually, that's the only one. That's the only room on. Yeah, only Icon has those other than the celebrity ships, but like only Icon has that in Royal. I did not know that. Great observation. I didn't even put that together. Honestly, I was like, oh, new Royal Caribbean ship. It's got one.
The real question is, are they better than an actual balcony?
I don't know. I'll have to find out next year, but it'll be a Central Park one. But I'll find out next year.
Central Park has those?
Yes, on Icon, yes.
Interesting. Very interesting.
That's what I've got on Star.
I think I have an interior like a bum.
For those prices, I don't blame you.
Yeah, for real. I better get a new job by then.
If
Or
I
I'm
were
screwed.
if I were you, or yeah, I would have done the same thing. My parents were like, "Oh yeah, we booked you in the Central Park balcony across or the next to us," and then like they turned around and like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to pay your part of it." I'm like, "Ah."
They got you.
I was
they
like,
got
"Whoa, don't be
They
getting the
gambled.
premium rooms and then." I would have gotten
For
the
real.
inside.
What are
I
they
ain't
charging
paying-
for that? Like 36 something? I think I'm paying
We
like
got a-
32 something.
Honestly, we got a crazy deal. Like it's like 33 or 34 or something like that, which is not a good deal, but it's Star. That's a good deal for Star.
Yeah, for real. I'm paying that. I'm basically paying that for an interior, like an
I know,
idiot.
it's crazy. That's wild.
That's
But
per
yeah.
person.
No. That's total.
No, total. If it was per person, I would not be going.
So it's like what,
I
1600
really shouldn't be
or something
going
like that?
now, but whatever. I had to miss Icon, so Star it is.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, I'm going. You can't back out when I'm on the ship.
That's true. Oh, it's gonna. What a week that's gonna be.
I'm so
I
excited.
think your
And
parents might hate us.
oh yeah, they're not gonna be too thrilled by the end of that cruise.
No.
They can hang out with Rachel. That's fine.
That's a great idea.
You just
They
Kiki and
they
Rachel
just
can hang
keep her
out.
busy.
Yeah, exactly. Keep her busy.
I like
think
where this
we're
is
onto
I
going.
like that idea.
I think we're on.
Stream.
I think we're onto something.
Very certainly.
But yeah, back to Glory though. We've been talking about a couple of different things that are coming up on this ship and things like that. But like, what's one thing that you're looking forward to the most?
I mean, honestly, I think it's just being back with Carnival. I haven't been on Carnival since I went on the Magic in 2019, that Aruba cruise I did. And that was on the Magic, so that wasn't even on this class of ship. So I think just to be on Carnival and do Carnival's things instead of like I say things like the different shows. I mean, I don't know if we'll go to the shows, but
We're definitely going to the comedy show.
Yes, we're definitely going there, but that's for other reasons. Either way, I'm just excited to be back with Carnival. It's been a while.
Yeah, I agree. And like, I sailed on Mardi Gras, but that was still forever ago. Like, I've been on like 10 cruises since then, which is crazy to even think about. But like, I've done I did Mariner, then it was Mardi Gras, then it was Indy, Liberty, Freedom, Allure, Symphony, like all these Oasis, Wonder, Utopia. So like, yeah, I mean, it's been so long. It's been on so many cruises since I've been on Carnival. So like, I'm glad in that aspect just to be going on them again. And a guy's burger.
Glory has guys, correct?
Oh my god, can we please have that the first day?
Oh, I'm
that's
going straight
mandatory.
there. I am going straight there when we get on the ship. I'm getting a guy's burger.
Yes, thank
That's-
you.
I'm like going there before we can even get to the bar. Like, I'm getting a burger.
Yeah, let's take it easy.
All right. Well, we may have to do some negotiating here.
Yeah, well, I'll call you after the stream.
Yeah, we'll have to work something
Have to
out.
split it up a little bit.
Yeah. Or if there just happens to be a convenient one along the way, then we may have to make a stop.
I mean, they do have one right in the lobby when you
The
walk
blue
up.
iguana
That's
is right
neither here nor
there.
there.
Oh, you're right.
We'll see. We'll see how the day goes.
I'm very excited.
Very exciting.
But yeah, like you said, that's like what I'm looking forward to most is just being on a Carnival ship again, and I get one of those iconic like Carnival ships too. From the early 2000s. I mean, that's kind of that was their advertisement type ship for so long.
Right.
Even when like the Dream class was out, it felt like even like clip arts and just random like screenshots of ships were usually a Conquest class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
So,
real.
those were such like a iconic design for so long, and so getting back on that class is gonna be really fun. And again, like I mentioned, the Guy's Burgers just going straight there.
Yes. Dimitri, have you ever been on a Conquest class ship?
I have never been on a Conquest class ship. We've only done Dream class and Vista class.
Well,
I know.
we're going on a few of them next year if you want to, Tag along.
We are going on we're going on the Glory again next year.
And the Freedom. Maybe we'll see another fire.
Maybe they'll fix the funnel,
Make sure
and
you
then
also
I think our chances are even higher if they put a new funnel on it.
Yeah, three times the charm.
Third time's the charm, right? I cannot believe we literally booked that because we go, oh, finally they fixed it. All right, let's book it. Catches on fire.
It's like
a week later, it catches on fire again.
Hey, come on.
Freedom. Insane. Ugh. Well, yeah.
So, anyways, we have priority boarding because of Pookie. Thank you very much for that.
I am platinum on Carnival despite all of my Royal Caribbean cruises. Believe it or not,
Yes.
I'm platinum on Carnival. So for anybody who's curious, this is my 25th milestone cruise. So with Carnival, you do get special perks for that, which is
Yeah, for
well, yeah.
real.
for 25, 50, 75, and 100, those are all milestones. So instead of like number of nights, you hit these milestones by number of cruises. But with 25, you get 25% of your cruise fare as onboard credit, and a couple other like random things, but that's like the biggest one. But because this is a 3-night cruise, shout out to Mrs. Hirsch for helping me out with this.
That's my mom.
That's my mom.
That's my mommy.
But if anybody runs into this situation where you're like, oh, I don't really want to do my 25th milestone on a 3-night cruise, I'd rather do it on like one of the big 7-night ships. That's an option. So
and coincidence has it, we're going on one.
yeah, exactly. So my point, of course, always recommended a book with an agent, but if you're in this predicament, because I was like, oh, maybe see if I can fit something before the Glory. Obviously, that didn't happen. So I was like, all right, let's see. So I reached out to the agent, Justin's mom, and was like, hey, this is my 25th milestone, but I want to see if I can get those benefits on the Venezia, which is a 7-night cruise, because then obviously we'll get more onboard credit too. So she was able to take my 20. So even though this is 25, my 25 milestone benefits are going to be applied to the Venezia instead, even though it's my 26th. So I'll get my little special white room key that says milestone. I think we got a really good deal on the Venezia, so the onboard credit isn't as much as, if we would have gotten like a crazy, expensive room or something like that. But like, for a 7-night cruise, we still got more. So I think like total on the Venezia, because I have the stockholder benefits as well. I think we're looking at like $300 to $400 onboard credit for the Venezia, which is ridiculous.
We're rich.
I know.
We're getting the drink package.
So yes, if you run into that and you're coming up on your 25th milestone cruise, but it's on, say, an itinerary or a shorter cruise, you'd prefer to do it on something a little longer, maybe just a better ship, just get with your agent and they can definitely make that happen for you. They just have to reach out to Carnival and do it. I'm sure there's a way to do it yourself, but honestly, it's especially like that's how I did it. I just have your agent do it. It's easier. Less hassle on you too. But that is an option. So fun fact, because I figured that out myself.
There you go.
So yeah, I'll just have my nice
is,
little platinum card. Venezia is in February of next year.
Like February 2nd or the 4th or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Dimitri, you should come. It'll be a bachelor's cruise.
You should.
Bachelor's cruise. Oh,
Yeah.
Is it?
It's like right before his wedding.
It's literally like a month before.
Even though we're Justin and I are gonna have a sleepover the night before the wedding too.
we really are. A little Pookie sleepover at the Grand Floridian. Don't even book a room. Just stay with me.
Just stay with me. But yeah, the Venezia is in February. I'm really looking forward to that one. I saw that one a couple weeks ago on the Utopia, and it makes it even more exciting. Just to see a ship that you're about to go on, and especially when it's like the first time you've seen a ship too.
That's true. That's gonna be a fun one. We have some nice ports. Not as good as the original lineup because they switched it on us, but
yeah.
I've never been to where are we going?
Croix.
St. Lucia or something like that?
St. Croix. which is like
And
right
Croy.
off of St. Thomas, I think, but I've never been there either. I've always wanted
Yeah,
to, just nothing ever goes there.
Yeah, so
Clearly,
there you
because
go.
we're gonna be there with the Rhapsody instead of the Carnival Celebration instead.
Yeah, for real. We had a
But
really solid lineup on that initial cruise.
it was like
Now it's like,
a
okay.
couple others on top of it, but it was like the New Staten Dam and the Carnival Celebration with us, like all 3 stops, including Grand Turk. It was supposed to be a 3-ship day, which is probably why it got moved around a little bit.
we are with like Sky Princess or something like that now in Grand Turk, so that would be pretty cool. Well, that
You're right.
class, which I don't know which one,
Right.
but I think it was Sky.
Yeah, I think it is Sky Princess. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Sky the new one?
And then I
No.
think
Sky is
Yeah,
the
it's
last.
one of the newer ones.
Isn't it the last of that class of the newer ones
is it the
before
last
Sun?
of the-
No, Sky was the first one. I think it's Sky. I think Discovery
No.
is the newest one.
Oh, Discovery. I think Discovery is, but no, Sky is like one of the newer ones. I think that one came out like a week or 2 before COVID.
I don't know.
That one's like
Yes,
pretty.
that's true. Yes,
So
because
it was like Royal. It was like Royal and Regal, and then like Majestic was like the third one, but that went to Asia, and then like the rest of
Right.
them came over to Fort Lauderdale after that.
So then it was Sky, Enchanted, and now Discovery. That one didn't come out yet though, right? Discovery?
Discovery's out.
Oh, it has to be because
The
other
Sun
one's
Princess
out.
is out. I've
Yeah.
heard the Sun Princess
it's
was an
in-
absolute mess.
Europe.
Apparently, speaking of, so you know how they were advertising like we had this like huge giant like play area and like that little not zip line but like little ropes course type area. Apparently, Fincantieri dropped the ball so hard. Fincantieri didn't finish it basically, but they delivered the ship anyways. Is essentially what I was told.
I don't understand that.
So it doesn't pass any safety regulations, so they just can't use it. But Fincantieri said, "Oh, sorry, we already delivered the ship."
I am excited to see her though. She's coming
Yes.
at the beginning of October.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm excited for that.
yeah. I'll have to tell you guys behind the scenes of some of the things behind that I've heard, but yeah, Princess isn't too happy. Carnival's not too happy with Fincantieri after that.
Well, I would hope not.
But anyways,
I was
so
gonna say, if you didn't finish what you started, we got an issue.
right, exactly, and they already delayed the ship like a couple weeks, anyways, like before it even started sailing. But back on the Glory, yes. So we actually got somehow
Where are you guys going?
we forgot check-in was like I even had it in my calendar and I was just like busy that day at work or something like that. And I just forgot about it. And like 3:00 rolls around and I'm like, oh my God, we needed to check in for our cruise. I don't know if this is maybe just me being platinum or if this is like just how they do it. Like we were able to reserve a 10 a.m. arrival time, which is crazy to think about.
I was shocked.
But yeah, even at 3:00 on check-in day. So I wonder if it was either staggered to where like, right, like platinum got to do it first and then like, gold, red, blue, all that. But yeah, somehow we got a 10 a.m.
I'll take it, and we get the priority anyways. So
Right, exactly. So I mean,
Plus-
even if we got like a 2:00 arrival time, we would have been able to show up first thing anyways.
yeah,
And then we also get priority debark, even though I'm sure we're just going to self-assist. I mean, that
yeah.
only makes logical
Yeah,
sense.
I gotta
we're
go.
going straight
I gotta
up.
get going that day.
I
that
gotta
morning.
go. Yeah, exactly. I'm not taking Monday off of work. I'm taking Friday off of work, and that's it. So,
Oof.
but yeah. But yeah, very, very excited for that. Embark should be pretty good. The one thing I will have to, my biggest gripe has been Carnival's app. Having dealt with Royal Caribbean's app for so long and so many times now, and so many times in a row, Carnival's app, especially when it came to check-in, it's like, oh, check out the Hub app, and check in for your cruise. But as soon as you click check-in, it just takes you to their website.
Yeah,
Their
I don't
app-
understand.
Their app that they preach so much does nothing except
He texted us his power went out. At the house.
okay.
So it might just be us.
I'll just leave a blank thing, but I'll adjust the screen here a little bit for us. But
Yeah, sorry for those watching on YouTube, but Dimitri just lost power.
Yikes. But yeah, like their app that they preach, and they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, check out our hub app and everything. It doesn't do anything but give you a countdown to share on social media.
Thrilling.
Like, I know. Like with Royal Caribbean, I was you know, you just show the barcode, they just scan your phones.
Yeah.
I went to like print out our luggage tags, and like my printer ran out of ink, and I was like, oh hey, like mom, I'm going out to Target, you know, to go get some printer ink. And she's like, why? Just like have them scan your phone. I go, apparently Carnival's living in the dinosaur age still, and you have to print out your boarding pass.
Right. Yeah, I don't.
It's funny because the luggage tags,
ship, like,
yeah, the luggage tags came out fine, but then when it came to the boarding pass, which is kind of the more important part, is those came out just like solid yellow. I'm like, God dang it. I was like, I knew my printer was low on ink, and I was like, you got to be kidding. I got 2 documents out of the 4.
Of course.
But yeah. But I don't know why Carnival, I mean, they really could overhaul their app, and it could be so much better than what it is.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Like, yeah, maybe don't copy Royal Caribbean, obviously, because that'd be dumb.
But
like,
maybe pretty much copy them, because I love
it. Improve it. Put all of your documents digital. Again, there's also people that don't have digital. Like my grandparents, whenever they sailed on us with Mardi Gras, you know, yeah, once you get on the ship, it seems like, and that's kind of how it was with Mardi Gras, at least, you know, that was maybe a little bit more in tune with the app. But like on Mardi Gras, they're like, oh, pull up the menu on the app. So sure, you know, so once you're on the ship, maybe it works a little bit better, but it's more of just like for scanning QR codes or pulling up menus. But you know, with them, they're like, again, they're in their 80s. They're not as in tune with technology as, you know, I am or we are. So they were still needing paper menus and things like that. And, you know, it was just tough for them. So yeah, not everybody's up to par when it comes to digital things, but yeah, I think their app could have been better. At least like for, you know, people like us, so people that want to use digital, it could be better. And then, you know, yeah, it was definitely weird printing out a paper barcode of a boarding pass. Like I literally felt like I was on a cruise like pre-2020, because that's what we were still doing, like for everybody. It was like scanning a barcode on a piece of paper back
right then. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good that Royal Caribbean switched to the way they do it. Like
Yeah.
you said,
I
wish
love
Carnival
how
would
Royal-
do that. It just makes it
love
so
how
much
Carnival
easier,
does it.
and
Yeah.
that way you don't have to hold paper while you're going around. Like it's just on your phone, you know. And
Yeah.
I don't know how they're checking. I mean, I guess I do know how their checking process is. It's pretty smooth, but
I mean, they leave
yeah,
at 3:30 every day, so I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
it's inefficient. It's just more of a, you know, like it's 2024, almost 2025 at this point. Like you gotta catch up with the times a little bit.
just a little bit.
But I think if
Either way.
they dedicated, put a little bit of money invested into that app, I think they could really make it great and do everything that's, you know, everything that's good about Royal Caribbean's app. You know, booking excursions. I think you can do that online or something like that. But like even when it's like, oh, you know, check out the app and you can go, you know, reserve your internet or excursion. You click the link on the app and it takes you to the website. It will open Safari on your phone instead of doing that.
Right.
Instead of just booking it from the actual app like you can on Royal. So like that's honestly my only and biggest gripe about the check-in process. We haven't even gotten to that point yet. Is I just think it's very outdated.
Yeah.
But if that's my only complaint, then I'm fine.
Yeah, it felt just more involved checking in than it does with Royal. Like it just felt very easy with Royal. Like you take your picture, scan your passport, and there was maybe one other thing. I felt like Carnival asked so many questions just to get checked in. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, Utopia. Literally, I walked from my car and I was on the gangway getting on the ship within 5 minutes. And like, I mean, you walk straight through security. That's always quick and easy. But like, it's literally just scan the barcode. And if you already do, you know, if you upload your passport and you upload a photo before you even get to the terminal, they just go, click, scan the barcode, they see everything, they're like, all right, cool, get on the ship.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is with Royal Caribbean. So I hope they kind of maybe try to do that a little bit in the future.
Me too.
That was just one thing I thought was kind of weird. Is just they're not really caught up, technology wise, and it wouldn't even take much to even get to that point either.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're there. I mean, they have the app. They just have to.
Exactly. They just have to completely overhaul it, really, or just do a
Right.
2.0 hub app or something like that. I get the technology's there. It probably wouldn't be that much to develop an app like that, but yeah, that's one thing I think Carnival does need to work on.
I agree. It would be nice. It'll be a nice change.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, so itinerary wise though, so we get on in Port Canaveral, of course. Adventures end with us as well, I think, because it's a Friday.
And Vista's got her.
Oh my
engine
God.
problem.
You're right. So Carnival Vista, as most people know, is having engine problems. And instead of taking her to dry dock, which I thought was really interesting, because Jerry actually texted us the other day and was like, hey, it's like not leaving. But they just like left her at Terminal 6. So I'm wondering what Freedom... Oh, Freedom was in
Freedom
port
was at
today.
5.
Freedom was at 5. Oh, okay. That's weird.
It was yesterday, I think.
I guess that makes the most sense because that terminal's right there. So they probably just parked there.
Yeah. And they used to sail out of there before they started using 3.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's
And
where
then
we
Wish
sailed
will
out
be
of
there.
Liberty on.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Disney Wish, Adventure of the Seas will be at 5. And then we have the all-new Utopia of the Seas, very exciting, with us in Port Canaveral. So that'll be really, really fun. One thing I have noticed is that the Glory has been leaving a little bit later, and I think it's because I've heard something was stuck in her props is the story I was told. Whether or not that's the case, I don't know, but she has left a little late. She even left late when I was on the Utopia, so we passed right by her. So I'm like kind of hoping that we leave a little late, so we at least get to see all the other ships go first, because that would be great content. Or if we dock port side, that'd be 10 times better, because then we get to spin.
Right, that'd be cool.
That's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, it'll be really, really cool to see. And then, of course, our first and only stop is in Bimini, which only has one berth there, really. So no other ships with us. But I've heard, and Dimitri can kind of maybe confirm this, but I'm pretty sure Ocean K for MSC is like right next to it, or like right there.
So I looked it up. It's on the same like island chain, but it's pretty far south. So maybe being up on the deck of the ship, you might be able to see it. I don't know for sure. I was just looking at it on the map, but it did look fairly far. Like it didn't look as close as Coco Cay and Great Stirrup Cay,
Oh no, they're not like right next to each other, nothing like that. But I think Dimitri said he could like see a ship in Bimini like from the seascape when he was there.
Gotcha. Yeah, so maybe like from up on the deck, you're a little bit higher up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like the same island chain, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. And then we have a sea day again. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be nice to have a sea day because also I have to do my ship tours. Ship tours are like my bread and butter of like all my videos that I do. So like I'm excited to do a ship tour, but I usually like to get up very early on a sea day while it's empty. Couldn't do that on Utopia, or I didn't even do one on Liberty of the Seas just because we had already did it, and there was so much already going on that cruise. There was so much chaos because there were so many of us.
Yeah, it was chaos.
But yeah, so like I didn't even do that on Liberty of the Seas, which is fine because again I already had a tour of that ship up. It was just 2 years ago. But I was gonna do it in Nassau, and then I was like I was beat, after just walking around for a little bit, so I just didn't do that. And I was like, it's like, crap, I'm like stressing out because now I have to like get the video done while we're in Coco, and Coco's the day we actually get off. So I ended up, as soon as we docked, I like grabbed like a small breakfast and just started walking around the ship. And by that point, it was like 10 a.m. By the time I finished it all, so then I got to go off the ship into Coco Cay without. So like actually having from a content creating standpoint, I guess, being able to have a set time to where I can get up early and watch this come in or do the ship tour, that'll be nice to do that.
Yeah. And it'll give us time to actually enjoy the ship, considering it's only a 3-night cruise instead of
Exactly.
not that we do much anyways when we're in port, but it'll be nice to be restricted to being on the ship. So it'll be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably get off of the ship in Bimini. I don't know how long, but
of course, I've got some sights to show you.
Oh, I'm very excited to see. I'm excited to see where you hung out with Gronk.
And then where I passed out in the middle of the road.
Exactly.
I have to find that picture. I think it's on one of my hard drives. I have to find that picture of me passed out on. It's been so funny. It's the funniest picture ever.
The funniest, it's not even like it's funny that you like fell asleep like on a lamppost or something like that, but like of all people to wake you up was Rob Gronkowski. Of all people.
Man, that was some night. That was wild. That was like spring break of senior year. I had to postpone my senior pictures because I got so sunburnt one day that when my skin was peeling up here, it was literally pink under the dead skin.
Insane.
They literally called and said, "Your son cannot take these pictures," and my mom's like, "Yeah, I figured."
Do you ever think Gronk just like tells like Tom Brady or somebody random and is like, this one time I like found this kid that was just like asleep on the side of the road in Bimini.
I bet you he mentioned it to someone when he got back, just like, "Yo, this kid we were partying with passed out in the road."
That's
hilarious.
So funny.
The police were around me like, "Sir, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah,
I'm fine.
I'm over there." And just walked away. They're probably still looking for me out there, like 10 years later.
That's funny.
So
but yeah, I definitely
was.
need to see. I definitely need to see that spot.
I was actually looking it up because it's on it's on the road that connects. I don't even know if you call it a main road, but it's like the road that goes down to where the that little party was, and it's like right near the where the pier ends. Like if you come off the pier, you just go to the left a little bit, and then it's like right there on the right.
That's awesome.
Hilarious. So funny. But
I've actually never been to Bimini, so like I'm excited to go, but I'm well aware that there's like nothing there. So like other than our little sightseeing tour, I don't think we're gonna really spend more than maybe like an hour, maybe two off the ship. So
yeah, there's not much there. I mean, we're gonna be on the northern part of the island. That's like where most of the stuff is, like the hotel and the I think there's a casino there and stuff, and then a bunch of like hotel rooms and little houses. And then you would have to take a ferry to the south part of the island. That's why I stayed the first time I went. We had a hotel down there, but there's really nothing down there. So at least we're on like the good part of the island.
That's good. Yeah.
So
it's funny because like you'll see just like random ships show up there. Like at first it was supposed to be like an exclusive place for Virgin, and then like all of a sudden like other people started showing up. Like Carnival, I've seen the Norwegian Joy docked there.
Yeah, Joy's been there. Celebrity Reflection goes there.
Yeah.
I think the Edge class goes there.
I've seen it. I don't know if it was Edge or Apex, but I've seen one of them there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so random how they use it now.
Going there. I think Beyond's going there right now.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And it's a small island. I mean, it's like Coco Cay size, and it's not even a private island. It's tiny. It's very small. You'll probably see the whole thing just standing on the ship.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's a very, I mean, last time I was there 10 years ago, so hopefully it's a little bit nicer. But it was pretty nice when I went.
That's good. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to check it out. I'm kind of well aware that like, and even like when you're like, oh, like it's just been like there's really nothing there. I'm like, yeah, but it's the Glory. We should still go on it. Like, yeah, obviously.
That with me.
So kind of know at like going into it, but I've heard even like from others, but even you've said that like there's just not much there, so not expecting much. Again, just mostly going for the ship, and again having a sea day is gonna be really nice as well.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll just be nice to be back. I know you just went, but it's been a while it's been a couple months for me. So
use your words.
Words are very hard. But it'll just be nice to be back out at sea. And then we'll literally be going again in like a month and a half. So what are you going to do?
Wait, what? Oh, a month and oh yeah, we're going on Oasis.
We're going on Oasis, that's right.
I was like month and a half. I was like we didn't book the Freedom for this year, did we?
Maybe.
Could you imagine?
We'll have to do this podcast. Oh, how are we going to do that? Because we leave Thursday. We could do the podcast from my parents' house.
Oh.
Or we could just do it Tuesday.
It would I guess it would just have to be like a late thing, or we can always pre-record it, or we could just do it on Tuesday or something like that. But yeah, we'll do that for Oasis. Yeah. Pre-recording is a thing. It wouldn't be that hard. I think I did that. Like when we first started this, there was like a week that you weren't able to do it, or it was like Thanksgiving week. We're like, all right, let's just like pre-record a podcast and we'll like put it out that week instead.
There you go.
Speaking of, we're almost coming up on a year. Like we're only like maybe 5 or 6 weeks away from 1 year of doing a podcast. We've actually like held 2 every single week.
This is fun. I like doing this. This is
I
fun.
love doing this. Like
I know I've missed a few over the last year, but I like doing this.
I'm sure there are people that like listen to these podcasts and they're like, these guys never stay on topic for more than 5 minutes, and my ADHD.
They probably like, what? Who are these idiots?
Oh my god! Speaking of ADHD, getting sidetracked here. I saw a picture of a boat earlier. It was you know, like the AC/DC, the band. It was the logo of AC/DC, but it said ADHD, and it said highway to, instead of highway to hell, it said highway to, oh, hey, look, a seagull.
Honestly, that's a good boat right there.
I was like, I love that, because that's literally like what goes through my head throughout the day.
For real. I love that.
I was literally doing, like, I was doing some forecasting at work today for like next year's, you know, and like I was just like filling out some of the Excel spreadsheets, and all of a sudden, next thing I knew, I was like, I don't even know what I was doing. I was just like scrolling through like old invoices that like had already been sent out like last month, and I was like, what am I doing? I was like, this isn't even, I don't even have like any reason to like be looking at last month's invoicing right now. I am working on 2025 forecasts right now. This has nothing to do with anything right now. Focus. So this applies to work life as well. But like, there's got to be people that are like, can these guys like stay on topic, or like all these guys do is just like talk about random stuff the whole time. But honestly, I have a good time, so that's all that really matters, I guess.
That's true.
But I love doing these podcasts. And I see a chat here from it says, any plans to sail on Carnival Celebration? I would love to. I do not have any plans at the moment, but I would love to.
I agree. My parents are going on her on Sunday.
We almost did her instead of Norwegian Joy, which, you know, every now and then I'll catch myself going, we should have done the Celebration instead. But I'm excited for the Joy nonetheless.
It's going to be a fun one.
But yeah, I'm wondering if they'll put that on the 3 and 4 night itineraries, though. I'd be very excited to see that. We're going.
They do.
They are putting. They've hinted at it, but they are putting XL ships. They are putting XL ships on that itinerary. I don't know if they've decided if it's going to be the new ones or if it's going to be Mardi Gras and Celebration. Jubilee's not going anywhere for a while, unfortunately. I'd want her here in Florida. I want her here in Florida, but that's not happening anytime soon. But they either have it down to Mardi Gras and Celebration, or the 2 new ones are going to go to 3 and 4 nights. What I'm hoping they do is, if they do switch it to Mardi Gras and Celebration to 3 and 4s, I hope they at least swap their home ports. If they put Celebration up in Canaveral and Mardi Gras in Miami, that way we can at least get a different variety of ships here in Canaveral.
I can see them doing that if they're going to switch the itineraries like that.
Yeah.
I can see them doing that.
Mardi Gras has been here since 2020, and at that point, it's going to be like 2026, 27. So, like, that's going to be 7 years in the same home port. That's a very long time. So, yeah. You know, and
Carnival
to keep it on.
To do that, though. They tend to keep ships in home ports for a while.
Their next wave is 2027, anyways, for the arrival of these new ships, anyways. So, you know, they've got the last 2, but I think the big jumble is going to be, you know, their shuffle is going to be 2029 or 2030, whenever that first big class comes out. But I know there's going to be a shuffle then, but I think the big shuffle is going to be when XL 4 and 5 come.
I agree. I agree with that statement.
We might be getting that news soon too, because it sounds, and they've already announced it, like for Paradise, like for Tampa and smaller home ports. So it's only a matter of time, like over maybe the next week or two, that we get Miami and Canaveral.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all they have left, right?
Yeah, I guess that and Galveston, but I guess
Yeah. I mean, we kind of know what's going on there. I
Yeah.
just wish they would bring like the Dream over. I wish
Yeah.
they can. Why don't they just send the Magic back over there and send us the
that would
Dream?
be cool. That would be cool. I would like that.
Or the Breeze. I guess I'd like to see the Breeze again, but I'd prefer the Dream. Please,
Yeah.
Carnival, please.
Yeah,
I wanna see
honestly,
the Dream. I want to go on.
I've
it.
always thought I know that they're gonna probably do these these XL ships on the 3 and 4 night itineraries now, but I always thought the Dream class would have done great if they would have done the Dream on 3 and 4s. At first that would have been amazing, and like instead of Glory.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't. I don't know why. Maybe they
Yeah.
maybe they're planning it, but
Yeah, I missed the Splendor as well. I just saw that pop up in the chat, but I missed the Splendor.
no.
She looks so good right now.
She's gonna be there for a while now.
They put that like small little like tiny piece of the livery on there. I assume that's what they're gonna do with the P&O ships as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's gonna be down there for a while. But she looks so good. That's always been a ship that like feels like it gets neglected by Carnival because it's kind of an oddball. And I always wanted to go on it because it's a Concordia class, and like obviously Concordia has a bit of pull,
A little bit
to
of
it.
history.
A little bit of history to it. So, but back on topic of Glory though, yeah. Anything around the ship that you're looking like any activities overall? I know we like kind of mentioned going straight for the guys burgers. Any activities that you're looking forward to?
I don't know. I mean, that ship doesn't really have too much. I mean, I'm excited for the new. It's not really new. I mean, it is the update.
Oh, the waterworks. Yes.
Yeah.
I have to bring my bathing suit.
I saw it on Freedom, but I didn't go on it, so I'm excited.
Okay, you're gonna have to remind me. I'm gonna have to do my laundry after this podcast, anyways. But I'm going to have to bring a bathing suit because we're gonna do that on the sea day.
GoPro too. Bring a GoPro. I'm sure you will,
Yes.
anyways. But...
I have two, so I got you on one. I literally just tried to sell you that GoPro like a couple days ago.
I know, and I want it so badly, but
You're like the only person that uses it too. Like I literally got that, and then I got the Hero 11 like a couple months afterwards. So it's like that Hero 10 is like basically brand new.
what a
But
shame. Just
That's
bad
all right.
timing. I appreciate it.
that's all good. But yeah, I honestly it's kind of nice because like Tyler's used it. Like it's kind of nice just to kind of help people out too. Like if like one of you guys like need an extra camera, like need some sort of reason, like a GoPro type camera, like I'm like, oh, I got you. Yeah, like you're
big
definitely. I've definitely shared that camera like here and there with a couple of you guys, so
Yes,
it's good to
and
have,
we
I guess, as like a
appreciate it.
backup or like a little utility.
Yeah, you might as well keep it.
I'm glad that we can take the cameras down the water slides, though. Looking at you, Royal Caribbean.
Hopefully we can, because I don't remember being allowed to do it on the Mardi Gras.
Those are also a lot more like crazy and like complex slides, though.
That's
So I
true.
don't know, but yeah, I guess we'll
True.
try.
But we used to be able to do it on like the Breeze and the Magic. So
I remember you took your iPhone down on the Liberty.
true. I also took it down on the Breeze.
Yeah, exactly. There's literally a video because like I was like filming you coming down like from my GoPro, and you had like your iPhone in your hand. It was like maybe like a 8 or a 10 at the time or something like that. It was like way back then. I know, but like you went down and like there's some guy like at the end of it. He's like, "Is that your phone?"
Yeah,
And
I don't
like,
know why
oh
everyone
my,
reacted like that. Yeah,
I guess
Europe,
they're water.
it's fine.
They're water resistant now, I guess.
Yeah, no big deal. That guy don't know anything.
The 16s just came out. They actually look kind of appealing.
They look the
I have-
same. They just have a smaller camera.
Yeah, I have the 13 Pro though, and like so I guess I'm a little overdue, but I
Fair
don't know if I'd jump
We just
from a
got
50.
15 or whatever.
I also
this is.
I have there's a reason Apple's stock price has been going up so much, and I have been upgrading my equipment all year.
Yeah, you've been out of control recently.
I've literally I got an iPad Pro and I got a MacBook Pro this year, and now I'm like, shit, do I want the iPhone? But
Yes.
yeah. But anyways, back on topic. Yeah. I love Apple products. I'm one of
Me
those
too.
Apple people. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, it's funny that like I have that clip of you of somebody just like, is that your cell phone? And you're like coming down the slide with it. But yeah,
Awesome.
hopefully we can take it on the slides here on Glory. I hope so. I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? They're so weird about stuff like that. Like, just
Yeah.
relax. We're
It's a water slide.
professionals.
We're professionals.
We know what we're doing.
I'm platinum. I can do whatever I want.
Some people think that. Some people talk like that.
I know. I talk like that as a joke because I know there are platinum people that are like. See, the funny thing was when I was platinum back in 2011. Like it's been that long, and like that I think my first platinum cruise with Carnival was on the Carnival Victory out of San Juan. That's how long ago it was.
Let's see.
But I was like 13 or 14 at the time. And so literally you see a small kid, and Kiki's the same age, or not the same age, but Kiki was, 4 years younger. So she was like 9 when she was platinum with Carnival. So like you see this like little 9-year-old and a little 13-year-old kids, and they come walking up like with the platinum cards. That worked because we were so young. Because they're like, oh my god, these are like children.
Oh.
These are like small kids. But like now that like I'm in my 20s, everybody's like, I could care less if you're platinum. Diamond, maybe we can talk when we're diamond, which I'm like getting there. But hey, honestly, had I done all these Royal Caribbean ships with Carnival instead, I'd be diamond. But I'm glad I've been on almost all the Oasis class now, so I could care less.
Exactly.
But yeah, that is a goal of mine, because like Carnival's so easy to get to like that top tier as well for diamond. There's only 200 nights. I'm at like 140.
Damn.
Yeah, but it'll be fun though. But yeah. So there's that. I'll try not to hit you with the shuffleboard stick this time, like we did on the Liberty.
I would appreciate that, but if you have to, I'm okay with it.
I will. There's a video of me. I won't. I won't give the context of it, but I will. We were playing shuffleboard at like 11 o'clock at night one night on the Liberty, and somebody named Justin tripped over and into the middle of the shuffleboard court. I started hitting him with the shuffleboard stick.
True.
That was the first time I ever played shuffleboard.
And he beat me. I was vulnerable, and he beat
him.
me. That's why I am the way I am now.
Yeah, exactly.
I promise I wasn't this bad before.
It's when I rolled around. Both of us were completely normal, but when you mix the two of us together, trouble happens.
We're bad influences on each other.
It's terrible. I swear I was normal before I became friends with you.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I got problems, man.
But yeah. But anyways, I feel like we keep getting sidetracked, but I think we're on a good stopping point here. I'm very excited for the Glory. I will see you. You're coming over. You're staying here tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, if that's okay. I probably won't get there till a little bit later because I got to stop at my brother's place to give him something. But yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I will see you tomorrow night. But
wait.
I hope to see you guys. All of my Utopia of the Seas videos are still coming out. I hope you guys are enjoying those. And then, of course, I hope to see you guys in the comment section, or just, watching the Carnival Glory videos coming. It'll probably be last Utopia video is going to be the 27th of this month, or it's like the last week of this month or something like that. So probably late this month, maybe like the very end of this month, early October, you'll probably start seeing the Glory videos. So I hope you guys do enjoy them, though. I'm very excited to start filming them. But anyways, I have to pack. Somebody else has to pack as well. So we'll see you. We will see you next week for our review of the Carnival Glory. So I hope to see you guys
really slowly because I want to enjoy this cruise.
I agree too. But I hope to see you guys next week for our review of the ship, and of course, watching all the other vlogs as well. But thank you again, and see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.